Come to find out, everybody have diarrhea because of what I made. My meat concoction.
Welcome back everyone to my Two Left Hands channel, and today get ready with me as I expose my subscribers' worst moments in the kitchen. Subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. I made a poll on my Instagram asking my subscribers to tell me their worst moments in the kitchen, and I'm telling you, their stories are crazy. So let's get into it. I'm gonna share mine too, but let's get into their worst moments because yes, I have a top 5 stories to tell of my subscribers. So to those subscribers that told me their stories, you made it to the top 5. All right, so we had some simple stories, like I had a subscriber tell me that they made the rice too soft while cooking rice. I've had many moments where I've cooked rice soft until this day. To this day, how you say?
This day. To this day.
To this day, for real. But that's not the point. So we're gonna start off with the smallest story. With one of my subscribers, which I would not mention their name, but they are young, and I guess they are, I don't know if they're still learning how to cook, but God help them. So subscriber number 1 was making eggs and was not paying attention to the egg and ended up burning the egg.
What were you doing?
Also, subscriber number 1 gave me 2 stories, so here we go. So subscriber number 1 told me that he was making noodles. Now guys, you know it's like either 2 steps to making cup noodles. I said noodles, but cup noodles. There's like 2 different steps. You either put water into the cup and put it in the microwave, or you boil the water and put it in the cup noodles. Well, subscriber number 1 forgot to put water into the cup noodles and put it in the microwave and literally catch the place on fire. So I was like, wow. I was like, wow. But I don't know who ever burned up noodles before, but way to go, subscriber number 1. Subscriber number 2, this story that they told me, I can personally I can definitely relate to. So once you guys reach there, you know what I'm saying. So they were like, so this one time, right?
So this one time I baking bread.
I'm joking. I was making fried dumpling, but I forgot to put the baking powder into the flour mix. In the comments, if you had this, just raise your hand. Raise your hand, because I had this moment before too. This was just before I got married to their husband, and they were at my house in Jamaica. So my fiance said the dumpling wasn't bad, but I can see it on their face that it was. Okay, that I could see it on their face that something was wrong. So my dad came and took one and said, how the dumpling, so I can't say it like that cleanly. Can you say it for me?
What
so
is
tough.
it? Tough? Oh,
yeah.
Jesus.
So they said, why is the dumpling so tough? It was so embarrassing in front of my new fiance, or in front of my fiance. The dumpling could have bust someone's head. I could imagine, but I personally had this experience too, cooking for my future fiance, and it didn't go so well. But anyway, that's not my story. Next subscriber. Alright, so as we continue, the stories are getting juicier and juicier and juicier. Okay, so subscriber number 3. So I have actually a voice note of the story that the subscriber told me. So
Chef, I remember this long time. When my mother is done and my grandmother, and here down there with her, and my father at work, she made me buy food for cook. So I made her cook something like kidney and rice. But anyways, the dealing with the kidney, and she couldn't take a long for fry. Me go put it on the stove so I make it fry.
Okay.
Sit down and listen music and end up drop asleep. When I wake up, it sound like a mother beat on the door and wake me up. And I ask me what burn. I saw me go look at the stove. The whole of the meat burn up in our pot. This meat has stick down and the fire still on and all kind of something. Chef my mother cussed me for one night. I said some place could have burned down. I'm gonna go find money to go buy back the meat and all kind of something and come cook it back and do all kind of something. I tell you no, man. Long time that them days over.
So those days don't sound like it's over. That's what I'm just saying. But thank God the house didn't burn down. I thank God that it was only a cussing that you got. Because if it, let's not get into that, okay? If it was, all right. But anyway, like I said, guys, the stories are getting juicier and juicier. So number 4. So like I said, most of these stories are recorded and they're also written. So I'm going to read it and then we're going to go into the recording or the voice note. So this person said it's a long story. So when I first started to learn how to cook, my mom was in school and gave me specific instructions how to make a pasta. Specific, you heard those words? Specific instructions. Basically, cook the ingredients and pour it into a safe oven bowl. Okay, seems like you getting it. And let it bake. And I started to cook the ingredients. I mean, it was smelling really, really good. I bet. Alright, so on to the recording.
Alright, so let me see where I stopped at. I basically cooked the ingredients and poured it into an oven safe bowl. And I mean, it's smelling really, really good, right? So as it's smelling good, me decide to deviate away from the very, very distinct instructions to only do what I was told. Man, I start going into the, because it was a regular baked ziti. I go into the fridge and take out all kind of meat. I mean, lunch meat. I took out ham, roast beef. What else was there? Turkey, chicken breasts. Fried them up and throw them in there. Bacon, fried up and throw it in there, man. And I put it all in the baking bowl and I started stir it up. I mean, I felt my head top get hot. And I'm like, yes, this is gonna be the best pasta that ever taste. Put it in the oven.
Before we continue, so you have lunch meat, turkey, bacon, roast beef. I can't even name all of them, but four is enough. Like literally 2 is enough for me, but 6. All right, let's continue with this story. My belly already starting to turn right now.
Yeah, and I'm like, hey, this is gonna be the best pasta that I've ever tasted. And I put it in the oven 15 minutes, and when I put it in the oven and it started cooking or whatever, my brother come downstairs and he's like, hey, how long the food gonna take? I'm like, not long, 15 minutes, 15-20 minutes. And he said, all right. My sister came downstairs and was like, hey, how long is the food gonna take? I'm like, oh, it's about another 15-20 minutes or whatever. And came downstairs, when them come downstairs and everybody eat and Grwm and eat, and they asked me what was in there and and it didn't taste bad, but it didn't taste good. And my mom came home and she ate it. She said, well, you put extra, you put in there, you always put extra, you always do over.
6 meats in a pasta. I never heard of that before. What do you guys think is gonna happen? Comment down below right now. Let's continue.
And I overdid it. So I want to say like about 9 o'clock that night. I want to say I was 16 years old. I want to say about 16, 17. I don't remember the age, but it's like around 16 and 17. And me and my brother were up in the room and we were playing video games. and we had just turned them off, and I heard my belly button drop like. So me get up now, I run to the bathroom. When I run to the bathroom, I'm in a line, cause one of my sisters was in the bathroom, the other one was outside the bathroom, and my brother was in front of me. And then I ran from there to go to my mom's room. And when I went to my mom's room, my mom was in her bathroom. Come to find out, everybody had diarrhea because of what I made. My meat concoction. Tutus, everybody turned around, and probably not too long after the diarrhea they done, everybody started vomiting. So yeah, that's my story about my monster pasta.
Monster pasta. It was definitely a monster that brought disaster. Oh my goodness. But I want to let you guys know that I recently ate pasta from this person and it didn't give me diarrhea. So they are better now, okay? But monster pasta, that's a good name to call it, but oh my goodness. You made everybody have diarrhea in the place, in the whole house. That's for me that would have been embarrassing, and I don't know how I will come back from that. But I thank God that you came back from that, because if it was me, no sir. All right, number 5. This one is number 1, I guess you would say. I think I did it backwards. You're supposed to go from 5 to 1, but top 5. So this is number 5.